Hello and welcome to episode 32 of Minecraft Survival with NuttyChef. Last episode we were working on the exterior design of our mob farm, and I've gone ahead and completed it, and let me tell you that took a lot of quartz. Way more than I thought, but yeah. At the beginning of this episode I thought I'd have to go down to the crypt because I actually died twice in the last episode, not once. And I just totally forgot about it. When I died and all my stuff fell in the ocean, I went back and tried to get all my stuff, and I actually drowned in the ocean trying to get my stuff. So yeah, I completely forgot about it. And also between episodes I've died again. I was flying back over to here from the mob farm, and my elytra just broke mid-air, and I was really high up, and I just fell and died just over there. And so yeah, we've got two more deaths to put on the death counter, so let's go do that first. And down here I don't think I showed it except for when I was pressing the death counter button, but I planted a lot of different plants and stuff down here, and a lot of vines. And I've put string underneath the vines because they were just covering everything, and I still think it's sort of too many. Like it's sort of too busy down here. There's too many vines. That sugarcane's all just too much, and look how many mushrooms they are. I only planted one or two of each type of mushroom, and just down here they seem to grow like mad. So I planted a whole bunch of other stuff just to sort of make it look like a little grotto or something down here. But I think I might have to take it back a little bit and make it look a little bit better. I think it's too much. I think less is more sometimes. So let's hit this twice and go up to 7. Here we go. So 7 deaths on the game so far. We might actually run out of numbers at this rate. We might need to go more than 99. Hopefully I don't die too many more times. But let's go over and have a look at the mob farm. It took a long time to make that exterior. Have we got enough elytra? We might just have enough elytra to get up there. I might get a bit closer first. Let's jump off here. Oh, I hope we don't run out. There it is. Looking pretty cool. Let me tell you, that took a long time because I had to go layer by layer, one layer at a time, to make it sort of. And it's not just place a whole bunch of blocks really quickly. I had to sort of sneak backwards while placing blocks, and not just one block. Like I had to scroll through my inventory and get all different blocks and place them really slowly, one layer at a time, around and around, all the way up. So I think next time I make a design, I've got to keep in mind and take into account just how hard or painstaking it's going to be to build in survival, because if I make a design in a test world, it's easy to build in creative, but it's another thing in survival. So yeah, but it's looking cool, isn't it? I'm definitely glad I made it. And as you can see, it's working. So the light doesn't go in. So that half slab worked. That half slab trick worked and kept the light out. And I sort of went underneath and sealed off that redstone in the bottom as well to make it look all nice, and I sealed off the top just with plain half slabs. So yeah, that's looking all cool. If I got enough elytra to get down, yep. But this episode I think we'll take a break from the mob farm for a little bit, and we'll come down here because I've sort of prepared a little bit of something down here. So this is where our lookout's going to be for our towers, the Phoenix Towers, named after my girlfriend's nephew, because there's going to be another tower here, an iron farm. Then we'll have 2, and there's going to be a sugarcane farm in the bottom of this. So this is where the lookout's going to be. And I thought I really want to sort of span out from the village inside there. It's all sort of really close together in there and stuff like that. But after looking at this cool bay that we've got out here, I sort of want to span out to here and sort of widen my scope a bit and build some buildings around this bay. So I thought we could start by making a chicken farm. So I found a chicken. There was actually a chicken wandering around here. You probably saw it last episode. And I put it down here. I trapped him. And I put a hopper underneath him into a chest. And I got him to lay some eggs. And then I broke some more eggs into there. And then I sort of just AFK'd overnight. So I could get a whole bunch of eggs in here so we can make a chicken farm. Because I'm sick of eating that pumpkin pie from that guy in the UFO. By the way, the guy in the UFO disappeared, so either a zombie got in there or he glitched out or something, but he's not there anymore, so I can't buy pumpkin pie anymore. That's why I've got these apples, which are pretty crappy as well. But yeah, the pumpkin pie is not the best food. It gets rid of your hunger, but the hunger goes away really quick. That's why the steak's so good. It makes the hunger stay away for a long time. But I'm sort of too lazy to feed the cows. I'm too lazy to chop down the wheat, and I'm too lazy to go up and feed the cows. So that's why I haven't been eating steak. So until I can get that fully automated, because we can actually make that cow farm fully automatic if we get a wheat farm with a villager in it. So until we get that happening, I think the simplest thing to do is to make a chicken farm. And chicken's a pretty good food. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that this episode. And I'm thinking of putting it over here. Sort of want to try and span out into the bay a little bit more, so we can have a path coming off this path down here over into this spot, which I've cleared out. Might get rid of a couple more of these trees, but for now we can just build the actual redstone part of it right here. So I've got some stuff ready to build it, so I'll just get a little bit more stuff ready and I'll come back here and we'll start building that. Alrighty, so I've got all the stuff I need to build this thing, and yeah, creeper went off here, made a big hole. So I'll have to fix that up, and another one went off over here, got to fix that up. But let's just go down here and start this chicken farm. So it's one of the most basic designs, I think one of the first that ever came out. I can't remember who made it, but I've used it all the time, like since years ago, and I'm pretty sure it still works. So basically we've got all this stuff. We need to put a chest in first, like that, and we'll build a building around this later, so we won't be able to see any of this stuff that we're making now, just the front of it. But for now I think we'll build it here, and we'll have it coming out this way, and we'll sort of build the building around like there, and then we can have the path going up to that path. So we can put a hopper into that. We need a half slab too. Let's quickly make a half slab. Hopefully there's something up here I can use for that. We've got some stone slabs in here, so that's cool. This hopper is where the chickens are gonna go that are gonna die. So, and the idea is that they get pushed into this half slab and they end up on top of it. We need our dispenser and our blocks. I'm just going to use red because why not? It's sort of like KFC, I suppose. We'll put this dispenser here. So, and there's going to be eggs coming out of this dispenser into this half slab, and the babies will pop out on top of this half slab, and there's going to be lava on top. And since the babies aren't tall enough to hit the larva, they don't die, but once they grow up, they die. So we've got that. No, we don't have that going into there. First, let's build the redstone. So we're going to have chickens on top of here, and they're going to go lay eggs, and the eggs are going to go into this dispenser. And every time an egg goes in there, we want to detect that there's something in there, an egg. So that's going to come out of there like that comparator. And then we're going to have a repeater out of there. And some redstone coming around like this. So it does the redstone clock. So every time there's an item in there, we'll get a signal. But we want the signal to also go and power the dispenser every time that happens. So if we do this, the clock happens and the dispenser gets powered every time the clock happens. So if we put 16 items in there, they're going to get dispensed, see? Until they're all gone. And they would have all got dispensed into this hopper and into this chest. So let's finish this off. So basically with the new 1.12 or whenever it came out, 1.9, I can't remember, there's entity cramming. So if we had just one hopper with chickens on it, all enclosed, we'd only be able to have a certain amount of chickens before they'd all start suffocating because there's too many in one block. So if we have 3 like this, or we could even go even more, but I think 3 will be enough, we can have a whole bunch more chickens roaming around in here. So I think that'll still work, even though this is an old design. So let's build up these walls, and we'll put glass on the front because we want to be able to see our chickens. Build up these walls as well. And let's put our glass in. Just like this. So we can see in the front, we'll be able to see our baby chickens and our adult chickens up there. Let's get back around here. So we want to put lava in here, which I've got right here. And because there's a half slab there, it won't go all the way down. It'll stop at the top of that block there. So there's a little gap above that half slab. That's where the baby chickens are gonna be. And then we can put glass here, and then we'll come around the edges of this with some blocks. And then our chickens are going to go in here, but we've got to make it 1 block taller so they can't escape. We'll just go like that. And yeah, so now we can get our eggs and start smashing them into here. Okay, so I just put some carpet on here because hoppers, you sort of dip into them. They've got like a hole in the middle where you sort of go down a little bit. So by putting carpets on top of those hoppers, it's just sort of a flat surface. I don't think you really need them, but I remember always putting them on there from ages ago, so that's cool. And so I got all these eggs as well, so let's put all these in there. I think we can just go like this. It doesn't matter if we hit the chickens. I don't think the eggs actually damage them. They don't die anyway. So we can just keep going like this until we get a whole bunch of chickens. And then we just got to wait for them to grow up and then start laying their own eggs. And these chickens up the top, they'll never die. They'll just stay in here and keep making more and more eggs. And I think I tested this out in my test world, this old design. And it does work, but I think the problem with it is you get a whole bunch of feathers and uncooked chicken, but you still do get cooked chicken. So I'm not too worried. Like we can make an item sorter and just sort out the uncooked chicken from the cooked chicken, or get rid of the feathers because we don't really need the feathers. So yeah, I think this design will be fine. And one good thing about building it here is the mob farm is loaded. So we're still in range. So if we're AFK at the mob farm and our iron farm in the future, this farm here is going to be loaded. So we're going to be producing chicken as well. So that's another cool thing about this bay. Like if we build a whole bunch of stuff around here, all around this bay, it's going to all be loaded while we're there. So if we can build our farms here so that they're always producing at the same time as our mob farm and our iron farm. So that'll be cool. So I'll sit here and keep busting these eggs, and I'll come back when they're all grown up, and hopefully we've got some cooked chicken. Look at all these chickens. Oh, not all of them went into the machine. Some of the eggs sort of broke and they fell out. Now there's just a whole bunch of chickens all around here. Let's clean up this mess. Sorry little guys, I don't want any chickens outside. I just want them inside the machine. So you guys have got to go. Any more? There's more down here. They went everywhere. They've all grown up now. But I think we've got some cooked chicken. I've just been waiting around here, waiting for them to grow up and hatch some eggs. And if we look inside this box here, well, as you can see we've got the babies here, and they get popped out and they land on top of the slab, and then because they're babies they don't touch the lava, but as soon as they grow up they touch the lava. There we go. That one just grew up and died in the lava, and then the hopper sucks out the stuff, and then here we go. So it looks like we do get a whole bunch more raw chicken than cooked chicken by the looks. I mean, by the looks of this. Maybe if I stay here and wait a bit longer till this is full, we can see a good test. But yeah, so we might have to modify the design to get more cooked chicken, but that's good enough for now. Let's eat this. Delicious. Cooked chicken. That's way better than pumpkin pie, and hopefully it's raises my hunger, or keeps my hunger at bay a bit longer. But yeah, I think that'll do for this episode. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.